to just start off, and I suppose a bit like a goalkeeper, we want to see what your reactions are. It's quick fire, one word answers, okay? You can't think, reactions, okay? Are you ready? Okay. Who's your favourite teammate? Favourite pizza topping?
Pepperoni.
Other than me, who's your favourite teacher in DCS? Tricky. Kevin Ronan. Crankiest teacher? Dangerous. Is he present?
All of them are good.
That's, I don't know, pop out. Favourite memory from DCS?
School play.
School play, good one. Which teammate is the worst dresser?
Gordon Walker.
Okay, very good. Most skillful teammate?
Dylan McLeod.
Okay, alright, okay. Who's in charge of the playlist? I presume this is away games, is it?
Dylan McLeod.
Okay, very good. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Very good. Oh, Man United. Fan, aren't you? Anyway, okay. What would you be if you weren't a footballer?
Teacher.
Interesting, okay, that's a good one. Team you supported growing up, we already got this one.
Man United.
Yeah. Jeez, you didn't have much to show for the last 10 years. Favourite match you have played in?
Galway away, 1-0 win. Mid-season break, yeah.
That was the one, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely. Will your initiation piece be Wonderwall? He probably doesn't know what Wonderwall is. Or have you more songs in the locker?
Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Ooh, Superstition by Stevie Wonder. Have we got the music list? Anyone play it? Mr. Lynch? No? No? Okay, very good. No. Where I thought his reactions were very good. What did you think, guys? Not bad. Disappointed he didn't give us an answer for the crankiest teacher, but good political answer in fairness. Okay, so more serious questions. I have to admit, I have had no panda actor part in putting these questions together. You can guess who it is, I'd say, can you? Okay, very good. So, first one. You have been with City through the underage ranks, but when did you first realise that you had a chance of making a career in football?
I'd say the year after we got relegated, it was Mark McNulty playing, and I remember I was second choice at the time, and I was kind of like, this fella ever retire, kind of like, and he's 41 now, like, you know. But the league went on, and we realised like we were going nowhere, like we weren't going to make the playoffs or anything, so the season was kind of finished, and there was 4 games left, and he kind of threw me in. And throughout this season I was kind of like, I could play these games, I could play it, you know. But got to 4 games anyway, and I did okay, to be fair. I think I got 3 clean sheets in 4 games, so I was just kind of like, look, a full season under my belt now next year, hopefully, and I'll have a chance of doing something, I suppose, if I just kind of keep the head down and don't let things get to my head, like. So I just played then this year, first game of the season, and I was just like, oh, sure, look, we have a good team here, and hopefully we can go and do something, like. And I did okay now this year, but I suppose there when I played the 4 games last year, I was like, look, if I can do, I know there was nothing to play for, but sure, like, we played against a few alright teams in the 4 games, so I was just like, look, I'll give it a go and we see where we go.
Fair play. I mean, like, as a goalkeeper, does that bring extra pressure? You know? Sorry.
I suppose not really. I suppose it's not the best position if you make a mistake. Like I've chucked a few in for the school, so it wasn't the best feeling. But
how do you mentally deal with that, though, David?
Couldn't just forget about it, to be honest. Like when I was younger, like I academy with Cork City, like if I made a mistake, like even like the first 2 years that I was with the first team, like even in training, if I made a mistake, like I'd be like kicking the post and like, you know, fuming at myself. But you should have to actually, yeah, you actually can't do that because people are looking at you then being like, what's wrong with this fella? Like what's he getting? So I think the best thing is just forget about it straight away and just get on with it, because like if you make a mistake after 5 minutes and your head's gone for the rest of the game, you're no good to anyone. So you may as well just forget about it and try to do as best you can from then on. Like.
I know about you guys. I think that's an excellent answer. I think so. You played football with DCS. Did you find that helped with your development?
Yeah, definitely, because like even like you can only train so much when you're not in school, and I suppose like you if you want to play football, you probably always want to play it. You probably don't want to be in German class, or you probably want to be going out playing games. So no offense to Miss O'Mahony or anyone, I actually enjoyed your class, but I suppose playing every chance you get, like even if you were training after school and then you go and train with your club then that night, everything you're doing is just into the bank, do you know what I mean, and just fueling the fire. So I love playing with the school just because, not even just the getting out of class reasons, but it's just another chance to play football, I suppose, and you just, every time you play a game you learn stuff and you'll improve, like. So, and even making mistakes and playing bad games, they're all just lessons to just make you better as a player. You may as well just like if you want to play football, like playing with the school is just massive, just because, as I said, like, you know, every chance you get, even when you're in school, you're playing football, do you know what I mean? So it's just always a chance to learn and improve, so yeah.
And you had great success as well, didn't you? Like, you know? Yeah. You know?
Great teammates.
I had great teams and great teammates, like, so we were like, you were learning off people who you were playing with as well, like, you know, if they do something on the pitch, like, oh, you might try to bring. Yeah, even Mr. Fahy, you know, learned a few things off him. Not much, but a few things. But no, you learn stuff from other players. Like I played with like Adam Ida, Adam O'Reilly in the school, and like, you know, just to see them and go on what they do, it's great. Try like, I know I'm in a different position now, but even like just the way they carry on about themselves, like good to just take notes off people like that, especially because when you look where they've gone now, like, and over in England, and they're doing alright for themselves.
So, Dave, you said there that winning away to Galway was massive. You were down to 10 men. It gave you great momentum. It was halfway through the league, but was that like when did you start to believe that City were going to actually win the league?
I suppose that moment was up there, right? But I'd say I knew we had a chance when we won the first game 6-0. I'd say that's when I was like, gee, we don't have a bad team here, do you know what I mean? And we were like, this is giving us a good start, like, but you lose the second game then to Galway and you're like, oh no, this is, like, you win the first game 6-0, you're like, oh, we'll be in cruise control for the year, but wasn't the case, definitely wasn't the case. I'd say we won away to Waterford as well on a bank holiday Monday. Yeah, we won 2-1. We went 1-0 up, conceded then, and we were like, oh no, we'd never really score after we concede. So then we went up and scored a corner straight away, and we were just like, it was great win. And then we went up to Galway and won 1-0. Unbelievable. It was actually, yeah, clean sheet. It was crazy. The atmosphere was unbelievable because Galway fully were up for it as well, and you go up and beat them just before you go into the mid-season break, and you're just like, yeah, I'd say we were all in the dressing room. Everyone was going on holidays the next day, but no one was really thinking about that. I'd say everyone just kind of got in and was just, especially when we went down to 10 men as well, we were kind of under the cosh a bit, but in the dressing room after the game, I'd say we all just kind of realised, we were like, look, this is where we go now, like, you know, this is a great opportunity. Like, if we can beat them up here, like, we
And it's a tough place to go as well.
It's not easy, no, because their manager, John Caulfield, he used to manage Cork City. You know the way he plays football, like he just kind of grafts and just, it's an absolute battle. And we went up, won it in Galway, and it was unbelievable. It really was.
Yeah. And like, I don't know whether you guys were aware or not, but like David had the most clean sheets this season in the league. So I think that's There's about a million more questions, but I'm just looking there and you're answering them so eloquently and so well. He's definitely got a career in media. If the goalkeeping thing doesn't work out, but no, it will. I suppose for my generation, slightly older, your dad was an absolute legend in a great Cork City team that kind of broke through eventually, and it was fantastic. So, Biscuit, and he was a keeper as well. So, do you feel pressure when people talk about you and him in the same sentence?
Not really. I know my people always going about my old man, especially City fans, but I'm just kind of like, I just look at it as if like I'm not him. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm kind of my own person, and it's about what I do. It's not like what he did or like what he gives me great advice, to be fair, and if my head's getting too big, he puts it right back down, and he never lets me get too high, he never lets me get too low, which is good. He keeps me balanced, and that's the only thing he kind of does. Like, that's not the only thing he does, but he's a big help that way. But in terms of pressure, no, not really. Like, I think I'm my own person, I do my own things, I probably play the game differently to him. So yeah,
How would you have done under the back pass?
my dad,
Yeah.
I'd say he would have been okay, but
He's skillful enough.
I'd say he would have been alright with his feet, but if you put a ball up high, he's not reaching that. He's about 5'8", so he always says to me he'd be in the Premier League if he had my height, but
he was a serious
he's a liar.
shot stopper. He was a serious shot stopper, to be honest.
He's not as good as me, but
Sorry, no, he's serious. Yeah, absolutely.
nah, man, he's good to have around. To be fair, he keeps me level, so I appreciate him for that.
No, I suppose there's loads of other questions and whatever, but maybe this one. You mentioned Mark McNulty, who has been a great keeper, you know. You've been understudy for a couple of seasons. How big an impact did he have on your career?
Oh, massive. Really, really, like when he kind of knew he was coming to the end, that was kind of like his project as such. He kind of put a lot of time into me, and kind of really believed in me, to be fair, to go and do something. Like, he'd always like ring my old man and like tell him how I'm doing in training, and just always like be on my case, kind of just making sure I was doing everything right. And kind of, you know, if a few of the lads were kind of like going out, let's say on the weekend, he'd be like, oh, look, just take it easy, do you know what I mean? Don't, like, just remember, like, you have a chance and stuff like that. And no, really put time into me now, and he's an unbelievable fella, to be fair. Like, one of the funniest guys ever, but like, when he worked with me now, like, it was proper, like, you know, he just wanted me to do well and really put his time and effort into me. And no, I'm so grateful to Nulls now, to be fair. He really, like, he's a main reason where I am today, so no, I owe him a good bit of gratitude now, to be fair.
That's very gracious of you, know, in fairness. Again, guys, David has been an underage Irish international. Serious competition, #1 jersey. Rumours, that Wales are keeping an eye on you. I don't know if people are aware of the Welsh connection. Could you just explain that?
Yeah, my dad's Welsh. I've heard a few things alright about going over with the Welsh squad, but it's all up in the air now at the moment. I'm just trying to keep my head down now and not stir the pot any bit more. But no, it's good to get recognised, I suppose, and it will be different, right? But I suppose I'm Irish, like, so we'll see what happens. The Irish jersey's a bit occupied now at the moment. I'm over age for under 21s now, so the 3 senior keepers they're different class. So we'll see what happens. In the future. No, never say never. Football's a mad game. Anything could happen. You could get 3 injuries there in the space of 2 weeks, and you're called upon straight away. But we'll see what happens down the line. No decisions made yet, but yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible, really, isn't it? And I suppose just one last question there, a very important one, really. I think Mr. O'Neill came up with this one. What size animal do you reckon you could take in a fight?
Probably a mouse. I'm not the best scrapper, I'd say, but nah, I'd say a mouse or a bird, to be honest.
Okay, very good. Let's hear it, guys. And I suppose I just thought really it's important to give David an idea of what he should be aspiring to really when he goes to Liverpool. So here you are, Dave. Little present for you. Congratulations. Something to aspire to. Let's hear it again, guys, for Mr. David Harrington.